Do you ever feel like your mind turns against you? You wake up with hope, but by afternoon your thoughts start whispering, what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if everything goes wrong? And suddenly your energy drops. You stop taking action, and even though nothing bad has happened, you already feel defeated inside. That is the silent power of negative thoughts. They live rent-free in our minds, draining our confidence, poisoning our peace, and destroying our potential. Quietly. But here's what most people don't realize. You are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are tools. They can either build your life or break it. And once you learn to reprogram them, you can completely transform who you become. Swami Vivekananda, the man who could electrify a crowd of thousands with a single speech, wasn't born with an iron mind. He trained it. He reprogrammed it. He learned to master every thought that entered it. And today, I'll share with you Vivekananda's mind reprogramming method, a step-by-step formula to erase negative thinking and build the fearless, powerful mind you deserve. Stay till the end because I promise, by the time this video finishes, you'll look at your thoughts in a way you never have before. Let's begin. We live in an age of noise, external and internal. Every ping, every notification, every piece of news, every scroll on social media, it feeds your brain. And when you don't filter that food, your mind becomes polluted. Think of your mind as a garden. If you don't plant flowers, weeds will grow automatically. Negative thoughts are those weeds. You don't have to invite them, they come uninvited. And yet, most of us keep watering them. We feed our doubts, we nurture our fears. We repeat our limitations in our heads again and again until they become our identity. But Swami Vivekananda taught something radically different. He said, "We are what our thoughts have made us." So take care about what you think. Words are secondary. Thoughts live, they travel far. In that one sentence, he revealed the entire science of the mind. You don't become what you do once, you become what you think repeatedly. Every thought is a vibration, a seed of energy. When you think it once, it's just a spark. When you think it daily, it becomes a pattern. And when you live it, it becomes your destiny. So if you can control the quality of your thoughts, you can control the quality of your life. That is the essence of mind reprogramming. But before we jump into how to stop negative thoughts, let's understand why they come in the first place. Negative thoughts are not evil. They are signals. Your brain evolved to protect you. It constantly scans for threats, physical, emotional, social. So when you think, what if I fail? Your brain isn't trying to destroy you. It's trying to protect you from disappointment. The problem is, your brain can't tell the difference between an actual tiger chasing you and your boss sending a harsh email. It reacts the same way. Panic, stress, anxiety. Vivekananda said, fear is death, fear is sin, fear is hell, fear is the wrong vibration. He understood that when fear dominates the mind, your higher intelligence shuts down. You stop seeing solutions. You stop taking bold action. You shrink. So to stop negative thoughts, you must retrain the vibration of your mind, to shift from fear to faith, from doubt to direction, from reaction to creation. That's exactly what Swami Vivekananda did in his own life. Before he became the spiritual giant we admire, he was Narendranath Datta, a brilliant but restless student in Calcutta. He studied philosophy, sang beautifully, and questioned everything. But his mind was full of contradictions. He wanted truth, but doubted every teacher. He desired peace, but fought endless thoughts inside. He was confident one moment and uncertain the next. In other words, he was human. One day, he met Sri Ramakrishna at the Dakshineshwar temple. Narendra asked him directly, "Sir, have you seen God?" Ramakrishna replied, "Yes, I have seen him. I see him as clearly as I see you, only in a much deeper sense." Narendra was stunned. His logical mind couldn't process it. But something within him knew this man spoke the truth. And that day began a transformation, from the restless boy who questioned everything to the awakened soul who inspired millions. How did he do it? By reprogramming his mind every single day. He practiced 3 steps that can change any human being. And today, those same steps can help you erase negative thinking and build a positive, powerful mind. Step 1. Awareness. Catch the thought the moment it arises. Most people try to fight negative thoughts. They say, "Stop thinking bad thoughts." But the more you fight, the more they grow. What you resist persists. Vivekananda taught a simpler way, awareness without resistance. When a negative thought arises, I'll fail, I'm not enough, it's too hard, don't argue with it. Don't try to suppress it, just observe it, like a scientist watching an experiment or a monk watching a cloud drift across the sky. Say to yourself, ah, a thought of fear has entered. Ah, a doubt has arrived. That's it. The moment you become the observer, the thought loses its power. Because the real you is not the thought, it's the awareness behind the thought. Vivekananda said, stand up, be bold, be strong. Take the whole responsibility on your own shoulders, and know that you are the creator of your destiny. When you catch your thought, you reclaim responsibility. You stop being a victim of your mind, you become the master of it. Try this. Every time a negative thought arises today, don't get emotional. Just say internally, I see you. And breathe deeply. That awareness itself weakens the thought. Step 2. Replacement. Plant a stronger thought. You can't delete a thought directly. The human mind doesn't work like a file system where you press delete, but you can overwrite it. Vivekananda said, if you want to conquer negative tendencies, don't fight them. Build the positive opposite. So if your mind says, I can't do this, replace it immediately with, I can and I will learn how. If your mind says, I'm not ready, say, I'm becoming ready with every step I take. If your mind says, things always go wrong, say, every challenge is training me for something greater. That's not lying to yourself, it's reprogramming your internal pattern, because your brain believes what it hears repeatedly, especially from your own voice. You are hypnotizing yourself every day, either into fear or into strength. So why not consciously choose the latter? Vivekananda believed that each thought builds a mental muscle. Every time you replace a weak thought with a strong one, you strengthen your mind just like lifting weights strengthens your body. He said, strength, strength it is that we want. Strength of mind, strength of heart, strength of soul. Every replacement is a repetition of strength. Do this for a week, and you'll start to notice your default thoughts shift. You automatically think, I'll find a way, instead of, it's impossible. That's reprogramming in action. Step 3. Repetition. Reinforce the new pattern. Now here's the secret most people miss. You can have the most powerful positive thought in the world, but if you don't repeat it daily, it won't stick. Neuroscience confirms this. Your brain forms new neural pathways through repetition. Every repeated thought becomes easier to access, until it becomes your automatic response. That's why Vivekananda insisted on daily mental discipline. He practiced meditation, japa, and concentration, not as religious rituals, but as psychological reprogramming tools. He said, the more concentrated the mind, the more power is brought to bear on one point. That is the secret. When you sit down every morning and fill your mind with strong, positive thoughts, you are literally sculpting your brain. Try this ritual. Each morning before checking your phone, sit for 5 minutes. Close your eyes. Repeat one affirmation that feels true to your spirit. For example, I am fearless. I am calm. I am powerful. I am guided by divine strength. Don't just say it mechanically. Feel it. Visualize it. Feel your body aligning with those words. Do this every day for 21 days, and you will witness your thoughts changing effortlessly. That's not magic. That's the science of neuroplasticity, something Vivekananda understood long before modern science gave it a name. He called it the training of the mind, the supreme task of human life. Let's pause here and reflect. You might be wondering, but I've been negative for years. Can this really change? Yes, absolutely yes. Because your mind is not a stone, it's a river. You can always redirect its flow. Vivekananda himself went through deep depression after the death of Sri Ramakrishna. He lost faith, wandered alone, and questioned his path. But every time his mind sank in darkness, he brought it back to light through meditation, self-discipline, and the memory of his guru's words. He transformed personal pain into global power. And if he could do that, with the same human brain we have, so can you. Let me give you a simple 3-minute exercise that combines all 3 steps: awareness, replacement, and repetition. Sit quietly wherever you are. Close your eyes, take 1 deep breath in, and 1 slow breath out. Now bring to mind 1 negative thought that bothers you the most. It could be, I'm not successful enough. I'll never find peace. I'm too old to start again. See that thought in front of you, as if written on a blackboard. Don't fight it. Just look at it. Now take an imaginary eraser and wipe it away. In its place, write a new sentence. I am exactly where I need to be to grow. Say it in your mind 3 times, slowly, meaningfully. Feel your breath slowing down, feel your body relaxing, and notice how your energy changes. That's the power of conscious reprogramming. Do this every day, one negative thought at a time, and soon your mind will stop being your enemy. It will become your ally. Vivekananda once said something that every person needs to hear. The remedy for weakness is not brooding over weakness, but thinking of strength. We live in a culture that celebrates overthinking and self-criticism. We are told to analyze our trauma endlessly, to dissect our fears, to relive our pain. But Vivekananda offered a different medicine. Don't dwell on darkness, build light instead. Because the more you focus on light, the less power darkness has over you. Now, let's make this real. I want you to actually see how reprogramming works in your daily life. Think of the 3 most common negative thoughts that keep repeating in your mind. Maybe they visit you when you wake up or just before you sleep. Maybe they whisper when you look at your goals or when you scroll through social media comparing your life to others. Let's face them, one by one. And this time, let's respond the way Swami Vivekananda would have. The first one, you think to yourself, I'm not enough. Pause. Feel that sentence echo inside your head. It's heavy, right? It makes your shoulders drop, your chest tighten, your energy shrink. Now take a deep breath and answer that thought with truth. Say to yourself slowly, the divine in me is limitless. Say it again, this time with belief. The divine in me is limitless. Do you feel the difference? It's like light entering a dark room. Because Vivekananda taught that divinity is not outside you, it's your very nature. When you remember that, no thought of inadequacy can survive for long. The second one. You often whisper, I don't know what to do. That single sentence creates confusion, paralysis, and self-doubt. It's the mind's way of escaping responsibility. But what would Vivekananda say? He would look at you and say, clarity comes through action. Yes, you may not know everything right now, but the next step becomes clear only when you move your feet. When you take action, even a small one, the fog begins to clear. And that's when the universe starts guiding you. So whenever your mind says, I don't know what to do, take a breath and reply, clarity comes through action. Then take one step, no matter how small. And the third one, that sneaky, fearful thought that stops millions of people. What if I fail? We've all heard it. That question crawls into your mind right before you start something new, a project, a goal, a dream. And it freezes you. But Vivekananda had a completely different way of looking at failure. He said, failures are stepping stones to success. So let's reprogram that thought right now. When your mind says, what if I fail? Answer firmly, every failure is my teacher. Say it again with conviction. Every failure is my teacher. Because the truth is, the people who grow the most are not the ones who avoid failure. They are the ones who learn faster from it. And every time you learn, you rise higher than before. So instead of fearing failure, thank it. Because each fall refines your strength. Each setback polishes your purpose. Now, let's bring these 3 affirmations together as a short daily ritual. Close your eyes, take a slow, deep breath in, and repeat after me, the divine in me is limitless. Clarity comes through action. Every failure is my teacher. Let each line sink in. Don't just repeat them as words. Feel them as truth. When you say, the divine in me is limitless, visualize a bright light expanding inside your chest. Warm, powerful, infinite. When you say, clarity comes through action, imagine yourself moving forward confidently, one step at a time, guided by that inner strength. And when you say, every failure is my teacher, see every past mistake dissolving, turning into lessons, not regrets. This is how reprogramming works. You're not forcing your mind, you're teaching it a new language. The language of strength. Vivekananda didn't want us to merely think positively. He wanted us to think powerfully. He said, stand up and be strong. You are the creator of your own destiny. And this small practice of replacing weakness with power is how you start creating that destiny every morning. Here's what I want you to do for the next 7 days. Every morning, before the world takes over your attention, sit quietly for just 2 minutes. Close your eyes and take 3 slow breaths. Then say these 3 lines out loud or silently in your heart. The divine in me is limitless. Clarity comes through action. Every failure is my teacher. If you can, visualize each one as you say it. Feel the emotion behind it, and watch how your entire mood shifts. Do it for 7 days, and I promise, you'll begin to notice your mind working for you, not against you. Negative thoughts may still knock at the door, but they won't stay long. Because your new thoughts will be too strong, too alive, too luminous to let darkness linger. Remember, you don't have to eliminate every negative thought. You just have to stop believing them. You just have to choose stronger ones, again and again, until strength becomes your natural state. That's what Swami Vivekananda called man-making. The art of building an indestructible mind, one thought at a time. So when you wake up tomorrow, and that familiar voice says, "You're not enough," smile and answer, "The divine in me is limitless." When doubt says you don't know what to do, breathe deeply and say, "Clarity comes through action." And when fear whispers, "What if you fail?" look it straight in the eye and say, "Every failure is my teacher." That's how you rise above negativity, not by fighting the storm, but by becoming the calm within it. So here's your challenge, a 7-day experiment straight from Vivekananda's philosophy. For the next 7 days, do this every morning. Observe your first thought after waking. If it's negative, gently replace it with a strong one. Repeat that strong thought for 2 minutes with full feeling. That's it. 7 days of reprogramming, and I guarantee you will start to feel different. Your energy, your focus, your mood, everything will shift upward. Why? Because you're training the source of all creation, your mind. Vivekananda's message was never about religion. It was about realization, about waking up to your own infinite potential. He said, "All the power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that. Don't believe that you are weak." So the next time a negative thought arises, don't panic. Don't fight it. Smile at it, observe it, and say, "I choose strength." And in that moment, you have already won. Because true victory is not over others, it's over your own mind. Remember this forever. Your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. Every strong thought builds you. Every weak thought breaks you. The choice, every single day, is yours. So today, choose to think like Vivekananda. Choose courage over fear, faith over doubt, creation over reaction, and soon your entire life will rise to match the vibration of your highest thoughts. If you're ready to begin your 7-day mind reprogramming challenge, type in the comments, "I choose positive power." That will be your first declaration of strength, your first conscious step toward mastering your thoughts. And remember Vivekananda's immortal words, "Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached." Let that not just be a quote, let it be your lifestyle. Because the moment you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your destiny.